騎士と貴族のしきたりは似ているわ。ただ騎士は小難しいところが簡略化されているの。貴族たちの古いしきたりなんて聞き流してちょうだい。いつか私みたいに何百条ものしきたりを暗記させられても本気にしなくていいから。早くそれ。早く。へい。それ。そこ。やっ。それ。よっ。それ。よいしょ。よっと。
直呪言直有限なる来店呪言直やっぱり
丸見えね。
律令
はっいやはっはっ痛いから我慢しろよ。
影を打つジャープを借り撃つ
タイムショック。
なんかごめんな。
射撃準備潔白を証明する
輝くがいい。
チョック
ほら無茶すんなって。
争点
なんだぜ。
振動の権限を極め十分影を借りつつ影を打つ律
Oh my god, that's so fucking annoying. He fucking chased after me and hit me. And it's because we have a fucking level 80. Like, great, awesome, thank you. And no fucking healer. It's like, yeah, thank you for Urena for not healing at all. Thank you for seeing that I'm fucking low on health and then keeping your DPS build. Let's fucking whatever. Also, it's like, yeah, this is the point where we're supposed to like hit them with Usia, but like I hit them. Why didn't Fiorina hit them? You know, like oh shit, I'm alive. I mean, I get it. Obviously, it's my fault. Although I will, it was fucking annoying. I ran away because I'm like, oh shit, I'm maxed on my fullness. I'm low on health. I gotta get the fuck out. And then he ran after me. He chased after me and did a long range AOE attack where he hit me from like 10 feet away in an AOE. It's like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? Like, 3 guys right fucking next to him and he chases after me. Like, that's just fucking bad luck.
見切りました。捕まえた。トンはっ射撃準備。
星と深淵を目指せ。無事今日の依頼を達成しま。星と深淵。
やがてあなたたちは教会の周囲に漂う不吉な気配が、
なんか本当にそんな気配がしてきた。
そして決戦の時が来た。
さあ行こ
フロリアン、待って。
どうしました？
外で待っていろ。ソウルドリンカーは一度あなたの意識に侵入したことがある。再び侵入して体を操ることはたやすいはずだ。それに奴の本体に近いところで侵入されれば、
だからこそはい、
危険すぎる。最悪の場合あなたを
十分承知しています。奴は操りやすい体から簡単に逃げたりはしないはずですから。クロリンデさん、私と違ってあなたは強くというより、私自身の誇りのために。
分かった。フロリアン、決闘代理人の名のもとに決闘の申し込みを受け入れよう。あなたに敬意を表する。
ありがとうございます。
さて本題に入ろうか。
う
倒せない魔物などいない。その時ファントムハンターの宝に秘められた力が手の中に集まり始めた。
宝？もしかして。
鍵は歴代ファントムハンターの名前よ。でもどうすれば。
パイモン、忘れたのかい？僕たちの切り札の技能。
彼らは名乗りも求めないが、人々の召喚には必ず応える。
ファントムハンターウォルト、変幻自在なマジシャン、幻影両団の処刑人よ、姿を現せ。
ファントムハンターエスト、黄金の意志の継承者、暗影両団の審判官よ、僕の召喚に応じよ。
ペトロニラ、秩序と正義の守護者、一番敬愛するファントムハンター。親友を助けてくれて、大切な友情を与えてくれてありがとう。お願い、私に力を貸して。
我らファントムハンター、召喚に応じよう。魔物が倒され、魔法使いも討伐された。その後、王都に再び平和な日々が訪れた。国を救った英雄である彼らの名前を覚えている者もいれば、何も知らず生き続ける者もいる。これが不穏な影を追いかけ、蹴散らし狩り尽くすファントムハンターの物語だ。人々の記憶にとどまろうととどまらなかろうと、
おしまいかい？
素晴らしい結末でしたね。
素晴らしいストーリーだったよ。最初はありふれた冒険物語だと思っていたけど、特に最後の決戦のシーンは
うん、そうだね。
そうそう、手に持った武器が輝き出した時は武器も小道具だから。
フリーナ様、
楽しかった。
もちろんです。
では僕は先に失礼するね。フロリアンが目を覚ましたら代わりによろしく伝えておいてくれ。
そうですね。
ではみんな、また。
もう聞いていいよ。
うん、
一体どういうこと？
洞窟で目を閉じろって言われたシーンなんて。
聞きたいところをぐっとこらえたのよ。クロリンでは何事もなかったかのように振る舞ってたし。
幻想を壊したくないって気持ちは。
一体何の話だ？
パイモンも気づいてなかったの？ごめんごめん、今からでも耳を塞いでて。
後の祭りだと思う。
ってことは
最初から普通のテトシアとは違った。
なんだ、騒がしいな。
おい、早く起きろよ。おいらの聞き間違いじゃないよな。嘘をつかれたのはムカつくけど、フロリアンの創作力もクロリンでの臨機応変な対応もすごかったぞ。
ステージの上で道具を忘れたことに気づいて、その場で素晴らしいマジックを考えて披露するマジシャンみたいだね。
そんな怪しい宝物庫だって分かってたら、おいら怖くてとっくに逃げてたかもしれないぞ。
恐れるに足りない。
クロリンデにとっての恐れるに足りない場面は他の人からしたら度肝を抜かれるほどなんだってば。
私は慣れてしまう。
クロリンデ。
フロリアン、
弁明するつもりはありません。今すぐ警察。
私に言わせれば、最初こそ理に目がくらんでいたようだが、最終決戦の時、あなたがファントムハンターとしての役目を果たし続け。
しかし、
無論鍵を持って二人の
Plus, it's like he wants to turn himself in, but like turn himself in for what? Like what? Like, oh, actually, never mind. Yeah, he did say he stole the keys. Technically, he did steal. He is. I guess he's wanted for petty theft, presumably. Because, yeah, I mean, he attacked it. He said he almost didn't get out of the thing. So he attacked someone to get their key and almost died. And one he just stole, and one was his own. So I guess technically that, but like that's relatively minor. And they're all Marquez hunters. I'm sure if he goes back to them and says, "Sorry about that. I was possessed. Here's your key back. I'll do whatever do whatever you want to apologize." I think that should just be a kind of a personal thing. No need to involve the guards. And it seems like that's the only actual crime he committed. Like luring these people in and doing this is like, you could argue kidnapping, but like if they're not going to press charges, like it's up to the victim to press charges. Just because he stole something doesn't mean this. I mean, the state obviously can charge him if they want. I'm not sure what the law is. Like if there are restrictions and the government can't charge you for anything, maybe there are certain types of crimes that the government can't be the one who levies charges against you. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess technically all crimes, like if the police arrest you for something and you go to, like if you steal from a person, like if you rob someone's home, is it the state that, is it the, I mean, the police arrest you, is it the state that charges you with theft? Or is it the victims who have to then have a case? Because it seems unlikely that it's the actual victims who are the ones prosecuting, or obviously there are some victims can, but like maybe it's the state most of them, or maybe there's certain types of crimes that the state will just be the one to be the prosecutor. And of course, that's America. Who knows? Who knows what this fantasy country is and their laws? I mean, I guess we kind of know their laws, this big court thing, so maybe they are a little more fast and loose with it. And all crimes are done by the state for any reason, for any crime.
しかし他のことについては。
では、仰せの通りに。今から改めて皆さんにお礼を言わせてください。私にもう一度チャンスをくれた皆さんの期待を絶対に裏切らないことを、ファントムハンターの名において誓います。それでは。
洞窟の宝はどうするつもり？
現状復帰だ。
本当にそれでいいのか？
ああ、私も同じだ。
魔術師の道とは
あれ、そういえば
過去にファントムハンターは武器に魔物を制圧するための術式を施していた。
ああ、だからあいつの動きを抑えることができたのね。
成功した部分もあるとおそらく封印されていたソウルドリンカー、皆が名を唱えたファントムハンターたちはかつて奴の同胞を
名前には
ナビア、先ほどありがとう。
まあ、あんた、その話はおしまい。
逃げちゃった。
じゃあ僕もそろそろ失礼するよ。今日
旅人、もし誰もあなたの名前を覚えていなくて、
たとえ誰一人覚えていてくれなくても、仲間と過ごした時間。
いい答えだ。覚えておこう。私はその質問に。
Well, yeah, it's not like we do these deeds to be remembered. We do these deeds because this is who we are, and if we're remembered, that's incidental. It's not like whether we're remembered or not is going to affect what we did. You know, it's not like it's not like it'll undo. Oh, no one remembers what I did, therefore it didn't happen. It's like, well, as long as I remember. I mean, and also it's like, oh, will someone remember that? It's like, well, I mean, they never really bring it up, but like we don't know what our lifespan is. Like what is the lifespan? Because we're aliens. Lunine and her brother Aether are aliens. Maybe we're immortal too, for all we know. Like we don't. So maybe it will be 500 years down the line. No one will remember us in Tavos, and we'll still be around, and we might feel sad because no one remembers our deeds. Maybe, but if we're just like normal human lifespans, then it doesn't really matter because like, oh, no one will remember you in 500 years. Well, yeah, well, neither will I because I'll be dead. Like, so who cares at that point?
今宵の静寂は答えの代わりになるだろうか。
That was pretty fun. Oh, wow, shit, get a weapon? Oh, that's nice. It's been a while since they've actually done something like this. The last one was Kazuha's, and it was completely useless for Kazuha. And actually, oh, wait, maybe it's not. Oh, it's not a weapon. God damn it. I was gonna say like because it was a 4-star in the book. It's like, oh, is it a catalyst? I see. Oh, that's cool. It shows our little. Oh man, that means I don't get to see the cook version. I'll have to look that up. Because I chose medicine, so presumably there'd be a different image if I chose chef. Hello there. How's it going? Well, I'm doing pretty well. I don't know if you play Final Fantasy XIV, but I'm getting excited for that. That's going to drop in early access. Is going to drop in 2 days on Friday, so looking forward to that. Yeah, I've already asked for the time off, so I'm going to be hitting Dawn Trail really hard Friday morning. I'll probably pop into Genshin real quick to do my dailies, spend all my resin so I don't have to do anything in the game for the rest of the day, and then spend 10 to 12 hours in Dawn Trail. Maybe longer, we'll see. Although I think after 12 hours I'll probably just be burnt out. Well, I'll still stream tomorrow. I stream every day, pretty much. Like right now, well, I'm just wrapping up, but like during my lunch, I get on my treadmill and I walk on it while I do my dailies because because I'm streaming on my PS5, so I can just have my controller in my hand while I do it. Super simple, nice way to get exercise. And then because I do my dailies while I do it, oftentimes I'll end up like walking longer than I expected. You know, like it's hard to stay motivated and continue walking. Like if I sometimes I watch television shows and stuff. Like the problem is like so many things are just episodic, like 20-minute episodes. Like anime is like 20-minute episodes. It's like after the first 20 minutes, you're just like, I'm done. But if it's a game, you're just like, oh shit, I have to do my dailies. And then I was wrapping up Chlorinde's character quest, so I ended up lasting 40 minutes. Sometimes it lasts even longer, depending on the pacing of the quest, or like what I'm trying to do. Like I might try to do an event and then a character quest, and then it's like an hour. So I got a nice little hour walk while I did all that shit. So yeah, it's a good way to motivate myself. And then because like I do my dailies every day, not surprisingly, like I'm walking pretty much every day. There might be like one day of the week I'd be like, fuck this. I don't feel like doing it. I'll just do my dailies while sitting down. But for the most part, it's the kind of thing where it's like even if I don't feel like walking, I'll be like, well, I have to log into Genshin anyway to do my dailies. And if I'm going to do my dailies anyway, like even if it's for like 15, 20 minutes, I might as well just walk while I do that. So it's pretty good like motivator because you're like, yeah, I might as well do it anyway because like I'll be doing the exact same things except I'd just be walking while doing them. So it's like because like I'd be playing on my PlayStation regardless. So it's like, yeah, if I'm already going to be doing that, then might as well. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like all gotcha games, really. Like that's how they get you is that they have their like uh, the primo gems. Or no, that's not this one. This one. So like I get 20 primo gems plus 10 for each, so I get 60 from doing my dailies. I have I have the Welcome Moon, so I get 90 from that. So essentially, for logging in and doing these 4 quests every single day, I essentially get a little under a pull. So I get a free, quote unquote free pull. Technically, it's not free because I have the Welcome Moon, but like, you get a free pull every day. So after 30 days, you have 30 pulls, and so it definitely adds up. And I've been playing this for ages, and it's like it's fun to do. Like the characters look hot, and it's a fun game to play. And I like the story for the game too, and the character quests are cool. Like I just finished Chlorinde's this girl's, and I'm lost in the sauce, so obviously I'm going to say yeah, you should. But um, Natlan's coming up, so like we're gonna have an intermediate patch. I think it's the summer patch, or who knows what new thing. But like so essentially in like 8 weeks, the new zone is going to come out. So we'll have Natlan coming out, so that'll be pretty fun. I'm looking forward to having all that, seeing how the story progresses. But generally, I've enjoyed I like the exploration of this game. So even if they just add a random new area, I like just going in and 100%ing every single zone. Oh, cool! Yeah, definitely. Then Furina is super useful, super powerful. She's a very good all-around buffer. And the game is just pretty. the underwater sections of Fontaine are just very pretty. Like, I like it. Like, I'm a completionist, so I like doing all that shit. I like going around and seeing it. They have those cool little dopamine hits of like, oh, cool, you can see a chest in the distance, and you go after the chest, and then going after the chest has you find another chest. And, I've done everything. But like, I've been playing since the game first came out, so like, I've had tons of time to slowly do it. 100%ing Mondstadt, Leeway, Inazuma. And Sumeru and all that shit. So I've Chenyu Vale when that came out. But I'm not as not really not as into it. Like, I still do it. I enjoy doing it. But like when the game first came out, like whenever they introduced a new area, like that would be my weekend. Like that weekend, I'd be like, oh my god, I have the entire weekend, and I'd spend like 8 hours, Saturday, Sunday to like explore the new area and try to like, and pretty much like almost 100% the region during that. But lately, I've been kind of like more hands off. I'm like, I'll put an hour here or there. I'll put an hour here, put an hour there. Maybe I'll get in the zone and I'll do a little bit more here. So I'm not as like, because I think I was burning myself out by being like, oh shit, new area coming out. Let's completely explore the area in the first week or two. I will eventually. I don't think I'm not gonna be that into it. Like super exploring, even for Sumeru. Even when Sumeru came out, so like that long ago. Sure, like I did a bunch of stuff. So where are you, Sumeru? Like I maybe found like most of the teleports, but like I hadn't done all the R&R quests. I hadn't done all the side quests. Like I did the main Archon quest, and that was like mostly focused around the main city anyway. So like not much actual exploration needed. But like I didn't actually like 100% it for a while. Same for like the desert. Like yeah, sure, I would. So I've already kind of gotten the habit of like, yeah, I'm not going to burn myself out like blasting through it. I am like a story focused person, so like when Natlan comes out, if it requires me to go across like and explore to do the story, then yeah, I'll do that. But I still probably won't like get every single chest I'll see. I might like maybe I will go relaxing through it and pick up every chest along the quest line, but yeah, it was just rough. Like the fact that it would lock you out of certain areas, all the little tidbits here and there to do, like that was tough. Tough to do it like naturally, and it's kind of one of those annoying things where it's like, especially like making sure to find all the R&Rs. It's like, like they're not on the map. There's no like easy way to find them. So it's like the Oculi where you have to like have an interactive map open and like, or whenever you find them, either put a marker on the map to be like, okay, cool, I found one. Let's put a marker on to indicate I found it, and then go through like because there was like 50 of them or something like that. It was like a crazy amount, or I don't know if it was 50. Maybe it was like between like 35 and 50. And it was like that's too many. Like there were a few other ones where it's like, oh, okay, there's like 7 of these things seven of these like robot things that you had to unlock by destroying the green tethers on them. 7 of them, that's easy enough to track. It's like you can kind of remember where they were, but like just that many R&Rs, and it's not even like, oh well, if you see this, there'll definitely be one there. So you can kind of use some other like landmark to guide you. It's like no, they're just like all over the place randomly. So that was kind of a pain in the butt. So I don't like that, but then again, like they haven't really done that much lately. And then with the introduction of the underground maps, I'm not too worried about exploration because it was coming off the R&R quest to the Sumeru Desert, and that was rough too, like on release because they didn't have these underground maps. So like you're trying to like navigate through these tunnels, and you had no fucking clue where you were, and like all you could just see was just the over thing. I'm like, oh, I started here and I'm here, and like where does this, like I finally discovered this teleport, and you're like, oh, okay, like I'll go here, but then you realize, oh shit, like this was actually connected to this. You actually needed to be in this chamber, or like this chamber. So you think, oh, I need to be here? Okay, I'll go here. But like, nope. You have to go here, and then you can go through. So yeah, the fact that they added these maps, I'm like, oh, okay, now I'm not too worried anymore. Like, they can add more underground exploration, whatever. Like, I'll be able to, not get lost anymore. And so it makes its exploration easier. Because there definitely were some times where I'm like, when I was 100%ing the desert, where I'd have the compass and I'd be underground and the compass would point into a wall. And I'm like, shit. The compass is pointing into a wall. I have no clue where the fuck it is. Like, I don't know how to get immediately onto the other side of this wall. And now I have to worry about that because I can then look up the map and be like, oh, okay. Like, I'm here and like, I'm here and it's pointing this way. Oh, okay. So yeah, so I'm not too worried about that now. And that land seemed pretty cool. They're gonna have these like Pokemon things we turn into or ride or whatever to explore. But yeah, I generally just like all the exploration content because it's like it's fun for me. It's relaxing and fun just to wander around killing things, seeing all the treasure chests, and then of course getting like the bonus reward of like, oh, and actually you're finding Primo Gems and you're like finding Primo Gems and like artifacts and all the other shit you can funnel into experience and stuff. So I've always kind of liked it. And I'm a completionist at heart too, so it's nice to have like this kind of completionist content. If it's not too hard. Like, if it's too hard, I will kind of get annoyed and be like, nah, screw it, I don't want to do it. But like, something that's relatively simple, that all it takes is just a little bit of time, the amount of effort involved is not really that great, so you can kind of just go relax. You'll relax and just wander through. And then like the fact that they do also have like a shitload of like quests, world quests that are pretty interesting, and I've enjoyed it. Like, I like the this book quest. I like the whole little Marie village. I'm looking forward. So I just finished Chlorinde's quest, which means I can now start working on Siguyne's quest, which will be interesting because one of my big complaints doing the MSQ for this game was like, we learn what the Meluswines are, that they're just basically like children kind of the dragon that was killed over here. The Meluswines were born from its body. So we kind of know, oh, okay, and then they, took this form to look more like humans, but then, like, well, what about Siguyne? Like, she looks very human. Like, no one mentions why the hell that is. Like, no one. Like, we've seen shitloads of Meluswine. They're wandering all over the place. We see the most human-looking one ever, and we don't have any questions about that. And she constantly makes up, like, she constantly talks about the differences between, like, that she's a Meluswine and, oh, I see things differently because I don't see things like humans do. Like, literally don't, because, like, we see, our eyes are, like, different. Like, so we have different, like, visible spectrums or whatever. Like, and she says something like that, kind of letting us know, reminding us, oh, by the way, I'm not human. And we still don't ask her about that. We still don't say, oh, yeah, why the hell do you look like a human? Because obviously the first thought is, did a man and a Meluswine like have a child together, or like, how the hell did that happen? So that's why I was kind of waiting for her to finally come on banner, because now we actually have her quest. So maybe, well, she'll, as part of her quest, she'll finally talk about her origin. Like, is it something like she went to the Hydro Archon and the Hydro Archon turned her into human, like they turned the Oceanids into humans? Like, is it something like that? Yeah, because it's like, and no one mentions that. Like, she doesn't talk about her parents. She still calls herself a Melusine. Like, she's treated like a Melusine, so it's like, yeah, what the hell is she, right? So, I'm really looking forward to this quest, because I'm really, really hoping that she'll do something. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it didn't really matter. It's like, oh no, we don't know her origin. Like, does it matter? Not really. Like, okay, she's a Melusine, whatever. Like, fine. Like, knowing her origin's not going to change the plot of anything that was going on. But it was something that just stuck in my mouth every time. Stuck in my head. Anytime they like mentioned, she like brought up the fact that she's not human again. Like, no one questions it. And like, I get like Rhea Thessaly not mentioning it. Sure, like, you've known her forever. You might know the story, so like, you just don't think about it. But like, Linny didn't mention it. Like, no one who met her, who is clearly new to the prison, like, have thought of that. Because like, you think, I mean, and I guess Linny, Lynette, Freminet, they probably knew about her because of just the fact that they're spies. So they probably had the information. So maybe that's why they didn't like mention it, but like even new people, it's like she lives almost exclusively in the prison, so like most people shouldn't have seen her. So like anyone seeing her would be like, "What the fuck? Why do you look so different?" But so yeah, I'm really looking forward. And like actually, as you see, like even from this description, she says, you know, only if you know that the answer to this question lies closely to a matter that lies centuries in the past, and one of the few memories that brings a smile to her lips. So does that suggest that she's centuries old? In which case, then she could be like the Oceanids that were turned human and became Fontanians. She could just be like that. She could be a Meliswine who the old Hydro-Archon made more human. Nah, it's not that they don't think of well, except for the Sigwine thing, I wouldn't worry too. I wouldn't say like too much because like they're obviously clearly focused on different parts of the plot. Things that would make less sense, like I don't know if you did the Chiori's character quest. In that, Chiori is trying to go for a fashion show, and so she's like, "Oh no, I want to do this fashion show," but then some other clothing dude is like, "I don't like Chiori because Chiori's too good, so I'm going to sabotage her." And then she's like, "Oh no, like all the suppliers for my clothing are backing out, so I don't have the materials to make clothing. Hey, could you please go to the clothes I've already made so we can shred them up and make them into new clothes?" And it's like, okay, at face value, sure, that makes sense. Except in Chiori's boutique, it's wall-to-wall cloth. There is cloth and material in every single wall of her boutique. So we're destroying clothing so to get the raw materials for the thing, while her shop is decorated with materials. Like that's what I find dumb. Obviously, it's just the writers like this. This is exactly what it looked like. And she's like, yeah, we need to destroy these kimonos. We need to destroy these things because we just don't have the materials for clothing. Oh, really? So these rolls of these rolls of cloth must just be decorative then. They must be made out of paper just to make it look like you're busy. Like you have materials on all walls, and we have to destroy these newly created outfits to get materials. Like. And I get it. Like, this clearly is just the person who designed this place was designing how it would look like when it's all done. And wasn't like consulted with by the people who were doing the story. I get it. I understand. And at the end of the day, like, does it really matter? No. Obviously, it's stupid. Like, you should have communicated with them. Like, it's not that hard to just remove these roles. Like, just remove everything from the shelves, have two versions of the shop. One with stuff on the shelves, one without. Like, that's it. Like, design it with the stuff on the shelves, and then just remove all those things and create that, and have that be what the quest starts as. And then you just swap it. Like, simple little fix. Obviously, it's paying attention to details. And, like, I get it. Like, they are producing, content every 6 weeks. So, like, there's a pretty fast turnaround for this shit. So I get it. Like, I'm like, it's obviously very nitpicky. And while I complain about it, I do understand. Like, yeah, okay. And like same for the Sino quest too, like the Sino's second character quest, where they're like, oh, we want to take Sino's power and give it to Sethos. And it's like, okay, but you literally just told us that you imbued the power of these stones into the two boys because you noticed that they were about to shatter, so you had to put them into somebody, and then they ran away. And so like, and you had mentioned before that every single time you've tried to imbue the power into other people, it failed. And yet, when we appear, they're like, okay, Sino, just take out the power, we're going to imbue it to Sethos. It's like, okay, but you've literally been unsuccessful in imbuing this power into Sethos and Sino. You've failed every single time. What makes you think you have any chance of success of doing what you're suggesting right now? Like, what makes you think you can remove the power from Sino and put it into Sethos without killing Sino, right? Like, or even that it wouldn't even kill Sethos. Like, it could still kill both. It could kill both of them for all we know. Like, so yeah, like obviously that's a huge plot hole. Like, they mentioned, yeah, these are the only two stones they had. These are the only two things imbued with that power. They've failed every single time until they succeeded with the two boys. Like, all signs were pointing to, yeah, you have no experience doing this correctly. Yeah. And the fact that Sethos was able to take out his power and give it to Sino, it's like, what? Like, Okay, so that kind of alludes that maybe they had been testing with Sethos. Maybe Sethos had tried doing this before, and he was able to temporarily remove his power, but then just falls back to him without a vessel. Fine, sure. You know, maybe they had done tests. Maybe they found more documentation and stuff to like give credence to thinking for them to think, oh, okay, this is possible. Sure, but like they didn't mention it. They didn't say it, and all it would take would be a one-liner, right? We've ever since we lost you, we've been researching this power and realized, the way to properly transfer it between hosts. So we want to take it from you and put it into Sethos. A one-liner instantly shows, yes, they've been doing a little more research in the 10, 20 years since then. Yeah. So, there's a few instances where like there are some plot holes where it's like, whoops, like one sentence could fix this, but like whatever, right? Like they're little tiny things. It doesn't really matter, and obviously for like the it makes for a better story. Like you don't want to bog people down with the details and filling out every single plot hole to have a airtight solution, but then now have like 100 lines of extra dialogue just to explain every little thing. It's like, I get it. So while I will complain about it and be like, dude, that's a little lazy, I do understand that, yeah, they have to do these things in 6 weeks, or they're producing content every 6 weeks, and so like, they're busy. Well, they can't skip. I mean, you can kind of push it forward, but like you notice that like Wuthering Waves put a skip dialogue. Why? Because people really, really wanted it. People kind of do want the ability to skip dialogue in Genshin, but no one complains nearly as much as people in Wuthering Waves, because the story in Genshin is actually good. It's actually interesting. So while it does kind of suck that you can't like have all text display instantly, like when you talk to a person, the fact that you can't see all their dialogue instantly appear. Like there are some RPGs that do that. Where you can have a setting of how quickly do you want the dialogue to scroll, and then an option to just have it instantly appear. So there's that. And then the fact that you can't exit out. Like I can't press B to get out of this shit. I can only press X to continue. Now, obviously, this has an option to leave. Yeah. So generally, I don't like skipping. Like I think skipping is bad. I think you should be able to have the dialogue display quicker, because there definitely are times where I'm like, I can read faster than this. Like most RPGs just allow you to display their entire line at once, so you can quickly read it and go through it. Sure, it allows people to skip it because they can just button mash X to get it through it. But like still, I think they should just allow it, because sometimes, I've accidentally skipped dialogue because like I'm pressing X to like go to the next thing, but because of the way it's timed, like I press X just as it reaches the end, and so it presses X to continue to the next thing, and as I'm button mashing to get it to the next line, it skips an extra line. So yeah, it is kind of annoying, and the fact that you can't like go back and exit out, like if you're just like, oh shit, I chose the wrong option, or I missed a line, can you please let me get out of this dialogue? Press circle to cancel this, and let me talk to her again to start from the beginning. Like I think they should have that, but whatever, right? Like that's obviously not a priority for them. It's a shame, but complaining about it is not going to help. But otherwise, I mean, it's mostly little nitpicky things. I don't particularly mind. So I still really enjoy the quests. I still enjoy the exploration. Yeah, I mean, these are things that like I'm sure lots of people have said before, and they're fairly common in other RPGs. Like I forget which one. Like I know there's one where like pressing circle just gets you out. Like it just ends the conversation immediately, and then you can just start over again. I forget which ones, but like a lot of RPGs have the whole, oh, how fast would you like the dialogue to scroll? And it's like 1 through 5, and and then instance, or like it has a speed and then also an instant, where it's like, yeah, it just loads the entire dialogue line at once. So yeah, it's in other RPGs, but then again, I don't know why they did it the way they did it. Maybe there's a reason. I know cinematically there can be some reasons why while like you're in a cutscene, why you don't want it to go too fast, because the characters are moving. So there's like movement tied to the characters. But like in moments like this, where it's just like I'm just talking to a random NPC, just like let me exit the conversation whenever I want. So and to start over again in case I miss something, and let me change the speed of their dialogue to have it instantly appear, so I don't have to press X. And even then, like I can't press X right at the beginning. I have to wait like half a second before pressing X will have it all appear. So if I button mash right away, it doesn't do it. So it's like a little really, really nitpicky shit that doesn't really matter, but... But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and log out for now. I'll probably be back on later to play some Honkai Star Rail, because there are some of the new modes that were introduced in 2.3 that I haven't unlocked, and I want to finish up the bird like Candy Crush event. I think there's a few maps I haven't done. So thank you all for watching. Enjoyed chatting. I'm going to go ahead and log out for now. I will see you next time.